So hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Hope you have a wonderful day. In today's video, what is the actual true cost of a packet of cigarette? About a month ago, I was driving with a colleague of mine and I asked him, on a typical week, how much do you really spend on a packet of cigarette? Now, most people don't look at this in any way possible. They just go, oh, it's only spare amount. It's only this amount, it's only that amount. But I look at it, that money that you're spending on a cigarette could actually earn you an income, and how much is it really costing you over the long term? So I just did a few research to show. On an average these days, apparently, some people can go through roughly about $50 per week just on an average cigarette. And that's quite a lot. I used to smoke, don't get me wrong, I used to do the same thing. But back then it was about $20 for a packet of cigarette. Even that alone is already a lot from what I thought it was. But now $50, that's getting out there. But you should really look at the opportunity cost. What can you do with that $50? So I showed this to a friend of mine, and this is the one way that he decided to stop smoking. So I'm gonna start recording on my phone, so that way you can see it somewhere in the corner. So here we go. Hang on, let me see. So I look at it, I use this compound interest calculator as a gauge. So it means like, okay, so if you can afford $50 per week, so that means you can afford to invest that particular amount. Not only it's good for your health if you stop smoking, you could invest that spare $50 per week to invest it somewhere, and how much would it go in the long term? So as an example, we're gonna start the initial of just $50. So $50 on the first day. Let's assume that the average annual return is 8%, which what it has at the moment. Over the duration of 20 years, let's suppose we do another $50 every week. So with an average of, you'll be looking at, if you were to, I guess, have that cigarette every week for the next 20 years, overall, if you just invested that on a compound interest of 8%, you'll be looking at $128,000 that you could have accumulated over the 20 years. That's with an exception of 8% return on the market. The other occasion, it could go higher, maybe about 10%, and that would get you roughly about $166,000 over the 20 years. And then let's say if it goes to even 12%, that goes higher at $217,000 over the 20 years. So that is the actual true cost of how much a packet of cigarette a week actually costing you over the period of 20 years. So this would mean $52,000 if you're doing it at 12% return. Just looking at these numbers again, $52,000 of that is how much is the cost of cigarette. I'm sure over the 20 years the packet of cigarette will cost you a lot more, because I remember when I started smoking, or back in the day, a long time ago, it was roughly, I stopped at roughly about $20 per packet, and now it becomes $50. And $165,000 of that, it's actually just profit, just the interest. So that is the power of how much is a packet of cigarette costing people. Just on the bare minimum, on an average of 8% return alone, it's $128,500. So let that sink in for the people out there who actually still smoke these days. $50 a week. In total is $52,000 that you will be spending over 20 years. Or if not, you could have earned an interest of roughly about $128,000 or so that will be in your pocket. Imagine what you can do with that $128,000. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents. This is my way of showing people how to stop smoking. From then, he went cold turkey. After his whole entire packet, I haven't seen him actually holding a cigarette till now. So that might be another way of enticing people to how to stop smoking, let's say. If you like this type of content, guys, don't forget to subscribe, comment, and I will see you on the next video.